welcome to the Enterprise World magazine. Today, we are joined by three trailblazers transforming the global travel tech industry. At the forefront of traveladvances.com, they are redefining how the world experiences, books, and personalized travel. Today, we are honored to welcome Derek Cafferata, the chairman of the board, Roger Thompson, vice chairman, and Rakesh Mittal, the lead technology director. Together, this powerhouse team is building a smarter, faster, and more connected travel ecosystem and helping agencies and customers navigate the future with confidence. Welcome to the show, the trio, I would say so. And we are very pleased to join you and welcome you. It's an absolute pleasure to have all of you with us today on this show. Welcome.
Welcome as well. That's good.
Yes. So we'll quickly get started with the first segment, which is the vision and the journey. So let's begin with the origin and evolution of your journey. So my first question is for you, Derek. What inspired you to launch or become a part of traveladvances.com, and what has the journey looked like since then?
Originally, the idea came from my partner, Tommy, who unfortunately passed with COVID. He was looking at a way where travel could become more easy. At the moment, when you look at travel, it's very transactional and it's not fun. So the key point around this is Tommy and I broadened his idea into more of a holistic concept. And the example which I would use around this is what Amazon is to retail, we want Travel Advances to be to travel. Again, somewhat simple in nature, but at the same time, we believe that we can make travel easy, fun, and where you can make friends for life. So that in a very broad and short concept is where the idea was formed.
That's fantastic. So my next question is for Rakesh. So as the lead technology director, what drew you to the travel tech space, and how has your own tech journey evolved?
Sure. I mean, travel has been in my DNA. I have been to over 62 countries, lived on 3 continents, lived and worked in 5 countries. And I find, travel really connects people. I mean, whether business, whether, personal, doesn't matter. It's cultures. It's really, really beautiful. And that's why, this was really easy. And, as far as my tech journey goes, I've come from the IBM punch card days. I've seen those in my life. And then came the PC, the client server, SAP, and then the cloud. And now it's all about AI and the domain. So here, this company is so unique because it blends that domain with latest technologies like AI and brings it to make life easy or travel easy and fun for millions and millions of people. So
yeah, that's great. So for Roger, from your vantage point as the vice chairman, what pivotal moment shaped the company's growth or direction?
Great question. So Derek reached out, it was about 4 or 5 years ago with this brilliant idea and around travel, around reformatting and really repurposing and creating a strategy, a unique approach. And he said, join me in this adventure. I said, absolutely. And the key things are identifying the opportunity, which he's done, articulated what is that in market and wallet share, and where's the nuanced window that Travel Advances can not only succeed, but really dominate. And that's what we've done. So we've looked at and gone through iterations of the program and evolved as AI has come in, as we've looked at other platforms and realized that the competitive advantage really is in our hands, that if they bias for action, we can deliver a unique and successful proposition.
That's awesome right there. So coming back to you, Derek, what leadership principles or values do you consistently rely on when making difficult decisions?
I think it's based upon 3 areas: clarity, inclusion, and gratitude. specifically with clarity, making sure that the vision is visible and people are able to understand it. Inclusion, make sure you gather ideas from all voices. That just doesn't include people within your business, but also outside, and also people in a wider audience through market research. And then lastly, gratitude. To me, life is about giving back, and we've got to make sure that we thank people and we provide them with the right levels of incentive, so that they feel vested in the venture.
That's awesome. For Rakesh, how do you stay ahead of fast-moving tech trends while maintaining product stability?
Well, you can't stop learning in this industry. You learn every day. So, it's a fundamental question. It's a very good question. Technology is changing so fast that you're outdated every morning. So, we really got to catch up. I was just in a big tour of Oracle users group Yatra in India, which was in 6 cities, 20 foreign delegates from 10 countries. And there were people like somebody who's writing Oracle 23 AI. That's the latest, AI-enabled database, most powerful database in the world. We are interacting with somebody who's written autonomous database, which is the Oracle ADB, right? These were the people we are interacting with. So you got to really, really be in touch, and you learn a lot when you meet these people, and you stay with them for, 13, 14 days continuously, right? You're hanging out from breakfast till late nights, including flights together, sitting right next to each other. Now, about product stability, it's all about your product roadmap. It's about teaming. It's about your rigor of, release management. That's something which, has been mastered over quite a bit of period of time. It's about bringing the innovation and stability together, which is what matters. And that's something our teams are really, very advanced in terms of thinking, and they're well ahead of the curve in terms of their thought process.
That's very insightful right there. So Roger, my next question is for you. How do you define purpose-driven leadership, and also how is that reflected in your approach?
Well, the way I look at it, and it's a good question, makes you think deeply, but it's having an articulated strategy, right? It is one where you look at accountability and how do you empower your team, having an aligned approach, a common view, an openness for understanding and hearing other people's perspectives, such that you're coming at not as group think, but as a challenge around that helps us define how do we become successful, which means we not only entrust our partners on this, but we are then looking at the outcome and outcome driven, and having not a consensus, but a leadership approach where there's an agreed and aligned goal, objective, and purpose.
That's superb. So let's quickly move on to the next segment. So let's explore where the industry is headed and the innovation is shaping the future. For Derek, my first question would be, what are the biggest trends reshaping the travel and hospitality industry in 2025 and beyond?
At the moment, travel is transactional. People are looking, just trying to get from A to B. The key point is the fact that personalization is now starting to come to the fore, and also a level of emotionalism, which people are looking for. And as part of that, through AI interfaces, specifically Tommy and Taylor, who's the travel expert, they will be able to provide the user with a seamless travel experience. And specifically, by you being able to interact directly with them, they will be able to make it more personalized. And at the same time, they can provide a bit of the emotion attached into it. And, a lot of people, when they travel, have questions. Our goal is to try and minimize those questions and, make them have fun. And at the same time, make travel easy. And lastly, where they can have friends for life as well. So.
Yeah, that's superb. So for Rakesh, can you share any upcoming innovations or product advancements that you have at traveladvances.com that you're particularly very excited and proud of?
Sure. I'll just build on what Derek said, that beyond transactions like travel now, we have TravelMates, we have 𝗬𝗪𝗏. TravelMates focuses on really finding the fellow friends for travel, which is a very common issue in the world market. And 𝗬𝗪𝗏 gives you the top 100 destinations, depending on your choices, depending on your taste, depending on your history. So it really picks up those suggestions, which is fantastic. And on the top, we have a Tommy Talk, which is an AI-led, help that you get, which will further enhance the platform and give a very, very different experience on the social media compared to what travelers have today. So very, very integrated, very advanced in terms of technology that people are looking at as an integrated platform.
That's amazing right there. So for Roger, my next question would be, how do you see consumer behavior and expectations evolving, and how should companies adapt to it?
Well, thank you. It really follows on what both Rakesh and Derek just talked about. For us to be successful, for companies to be successful, you have to have ease of use, right? You have to think about your competition and say, okay, let's give us a service that is unique and a unique experience, something that is ahead of the curve, that's reliable. So it's thinking forward, but at the same point, it's something that is used not just once, but repeatable and consistently. That it provides a value add, and that's where we see growing it using artificial intelligence, using other means of communication and or delivery is key to that.
Yeah, that's great right there. So coming back to you, Derek, how has your platform supported travel agencies and B2B partners in becoming more tech savvy and customer focused?
I think the key point around this is we've started to integrate AI within the platform, and we've done that. In some ways, we were ahead of the curve, but everyone now is joining the curve. So we're starting to make sure it becomes. When we look at our AI components, specifically the customer interfacing, where you can actually have a direct conversation with Tommy and with Taylor, and you can see them and you can have that conversation directly with them. So it becomes more personalized from a standpoint of the the interaction which you have. I think the other point which I really want to just share and make sure everyone's clear on is we are the first travel social media platform. With Tommy Talk, we have a unique advantage against other travel platforms because it is social media. So what you've got the ability to do is share your adventures, through video, through photo, through posts, and directly with your fellow friends. And at the same time, it allows you to just complement your whole travel journey. So again, that is the major advantage which we have over other travel platforms.
That's quite a customer-centric approach. I like it. So for Rakesh, what role do you see data, automation, and embedded fintech play in your long-term product roadmap?
I mean, all these three you mentioned, along with AI, are really foundational pillars of our long-term product roadmap. And AI makes it really, really easy to use these very well. But I mean, that's very important to understand. Without AI, the impact of all these three becomes very complicated, but AI makes it much easier. I mean, the customer just clicks once, but there are a million things happening behind the scene, which are the platform takes care. And especially AI makes it really easy to, analyze the data, forecast things, and use the data very, very extensively for informed decision making, including identifying market trends, user needs for personalizing experiences, and optimizing product features as well. Now, I think one of the key things that we are doing is the embedded fintech, which in the form of BNPL, which is buy now, pay later, really is a big demand in the market, and especially for Gen Zs, and they love that. And that's something which is embedded in our platform.
Yes, that's very informative. So let's move on to the third round. So it's time for some quick, insightful answers from each of you. Derek, my first question to you would be, one word that defines traveladvances.com.
Fun.
That's great. Roger, a daily habit that keeps you grounded.
Well, listen and talk, and especially my wife, I think, is a key.
That's well said. So, Rakesh, a book, a quote, or a mentor that shaped your perspective.
Well, I say retire to expire, so which means never retire. I mean, retire. And visit 100 plus companies before you get, tired of traveling. So, or you get too old to travel, either way.
That's great. So, Derek, if you weren't in business, what passion could you pursue?
I think I'd be a teacher.
That's lovely.
I enjoy nurturing and being able to provide a point of view, and at the same time seeing growth in people. That to me is the fun part of teaching. And again, at one stage in my career, I was drafted in to become a Latin teacher for my son's prep school. So I think that was probably one of the most enjoyable times which I've ever had.
That's excellent. So Roger, what is your leadership mantra in one line?
Bias for action.
That's fantastic. So for Rakesh, one piece of advice you'd give to young entrepreneurs stepping into leadership, what would it be?
Well, I always say catch and ride the right tail. A lot of young entrepreneurs sometimes lose that value, especially because of COVID-19. People stopped going to office, didn't build those relationships. I think those are important. And I always also say, because I heard too much about it, don't over talk about work-life balance. And the reason being, for a lot of people, I know, including me, sometimes work is such an important part of life. So if you take work out of the life completely, then there might be no balance left. So I say, look, have fun all along the way, but continue to balance on work and life in the true sense.
That's wisdom right there. Let's move on to the fourth segment now. So this is a segment which is called as the Beyond the Boardroom. So let's get to know the people behind the professionals that you are. So Derek, outside of work, what fuels your energy and curiosity?
Family and travel. And, very similar to Rakesh, I've been an extensive traveler. I don't think I've gone to as many countries as Rakesh yet, I have to say. But I think the goal of 100 plus countries is admirable. And I love seeing different cultures. I just love enjoying people. And that to me is a very, very important part. But in the end, life is about three simple items, similar to what Rakesh had said. To me, it's about God, family, and then the job. And I think if you've got that in context, that's how you acquire the right level of balance within your life.
And I can vouch for Derek on all those three. He's brilliant at all these three things. Amazing.
Thank you, Rakesh.
It's really wise coming from you. That's very holistic and comprehensive, and very heartwarming as well. So for Roger, how do you unwind and maintain balance while leading at the top?
It's tough, but keep your priorities. It's sort of a continual theme, I think, going through this conversation. But it's engaging with people, it's listening, and it's focused on the important stuff, family.
Yes, right. So for Rakesh, what does personal growth mean to you at this stage in your career?
To be able to mentor next generation to help achieve their goals. Because today's kids are very ambitious, but sometimes a little bit lost or maybe confused. And the COVID-19 didn't help. A couple of years of, lockdown status, especially in some of the countries, was not good for them. So really like to mentor the next and next to next generation.
Yes, that's fantastic. So yeah, this does bring us to the end of the interview, but it has been amazing talking to all of you. I think we've had a really great conversation. So I just want to thank you for sharing your journey, your insights, and the passion behind driving traveladvances.com. I think you all live up to the name. You are quite the travel enthusiasts, and I hope that you continue on your travel journey of seeing another 100 or as many countries as you want to, and fulfill all of your bucket list. So to all of our viewers who was watching this, stay tuned to the enterprise world for more such powerful conversations with the change makers redefining the future one day at one time. So thank you so much again to Rakesh, Roger and Derek. It has been amazing talking to all of you, and I wish you all the best for your future with your role and with your company.
Thank you.
Yes, have a great weekend ahead. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.